Okay, so I want to kind of go on a rant about how most people nowadays, at least in America, they always get combative whenever people talk about different ideologies and try to share their opinion if it is different to the other person's opinion, right? So it just seems like nowadays debates have gone to shit, kind of, because I haven't done that much research into what things were like a long time ago, but like previous presidential debates, at least, seemed to be a lot more respectful and a lot more policy oriented. And now it's kind of that people are trying to appeal to audiences with very simple rhetoric, very kind of bigoted, like targeted towards people's like instincts, to divide people in order to get the support of people under hateful rhetoric that is very easy to use on people. It preys on their natural instincts, basically. And we also we see in debates like these very pseudo intellectual sort of topics that get talked about that always lead to the road of being like, oh, this person, we need to get rid of them, or we need to like do something about them, so vote for me and I'll do that. It's always something like that. And it really sucks because, like, where did we go wrong, right? When did we stop talking about policy? And of course, the biggest driver that I think of that is definitely social media. And I mean, there have been companies that have been that have been lobbied to produce information or to produce misinformation campaigns or spew propaganda for certain types of policies, but in using culture wars to cover for it. So basically, like getting the people to rally behind the idea of the culture war and then inserting policies that they want behind the scenes. I mean, we see this with Trump. We've seen this with so many presidents, honestly, like even before this became a big thing. But no, like the culture war is obviously has been like accelerated because of the way that the algorithm on a lot of these social media platforms reward conflict in content, right? So you have a person trying to get a gotcha question, right? Lay down a gotcha question on someone and then like make them stump them or something, you know? And it's it is very pseudo-intellectual because it never actually provides any insightful information on a topic, right? And short form content made this way worse, right? Short form content, I mean, that's the reason kind of like that format even developed, because you have to shock people, get them to like pay attention very quickly. And so people nowadays, mainly the people that watch short form content, don't care about the policy because they're so addicted to scrolling. They only care about that little dopamine spike. So they think that they're getting some sort of insightful information, but they don't even, it's like Dunning-Kruger, but even worse, because people are being hateful and don't know what they're talking about because they saw a clip of somebody destroying some other random like unqualified college kid on a campus, or some random person just that has no idea what the person's talking about. And plus, like, it doesn't even have to be that the person's destroying them. They can just make them look bad, edit the video to make them look bad. And I mean, I think a thing that has contributed to this, right, is the education system. Because even if this is the way social media worked, if people were being educated on politics at school, it wouldn't matter because people would know their stuff. And obviously people aren't learning anything. It's mainly the people that are already intelligent, or people whose parents have showed them certain things that actually understand politics. Because
what type of average person, what type of normie is going to go out of their way to look into politics, right? Like, it's a waste of time to them. It's not entertaining. And that's what they really care about at the end of the day, right? If you don't get it into somebody's head from a young age that politics are important and that you should at least know like a little bit about it, like here are the basics, like they're not going to care about it because they don't understand how it affects their lives. A lot of people have no idea. Because and this is another thing. A lot of people just think of politics as that type of media where somebody gets a gotcha question on someone. They don't actually know what real politics are because they've been conditioned to think that it's this stupid polarized thing on social media that people get mad at. And so it also makes people not want to talk about it because it's so polarized in the media. It's to a point where if you mention the word politics or anything related to politics around certain people, I would say a majority of people, they like lose their shit or like they stop being reciprocal to you. Like they don't want to talk about it at all. And it's insane because it does not have to be a crazy thing. Like I frankly, I don't get pressed. Like if somebody talks about it and I think it's interesting. I think it's very interesting because it's how the world works. I mean, there are things that are more entertaining, I guess, but like it's one of the interesting things. I don't want to talk about the weather all the time. I don't want to talk about the same stuff all the time. We can talk about some stuff that's going on in the world a little bit, just every now and then. But it's such a polarized topic now because of the way that social media has treated it that people don't want to talk about it at all. And that's really bad because people aren't informed anymore. No one's talking about stuff except with people that can handle it. So your average person is not hearing about what's happening at all. They have no idea, which is really bad. I just think it's a shame because it really traps people like me, I guess, like people that care about this stuff kind of into this type of frame of mind where you have to separate different personalities. So like the way that I act now and the things that I put on social media is a lot different than the way that I act in front of most people because I know people in real life do not want to talk about this stuff, okay? Like getting stuff out on social media, it's a lot easier to find people that care about things and it's a lot easier to not have to deal with people getting pressed about certain things. Like you just put it out there and you just let people, see it. You don't have to talk to really anyone unless you feel like replying to the comments. But, it's just, it sucks, So yeah, let me know what you think about this. And I mean, of course, subscribe if you got to the end of the video and you want to hear more rants because like I have some pretty interesting things that go through my mind and I want to make this a big thing. So I'm going to consistently post and hopefully this gains some traction because I like seeing people's comments and their thoughts on stuff like this. I want to make sure I'm not alone in this, so like leave a comment if I'm not alone on this. So yeah, later.